Hello, good morning to all. Today we have to study about bootstrap air refrigeration system without and with evaporative cooling. In this topic we have to cover two cycles, without evaporative cooling and with evaporative cooling, which is topic in the subject of refrigeration and air conditioning system. For in this video we have to cover the topic says systematic diagram of bootstrap air refrigeration cycle without evaporative cooling, its TS diagram and cycle process. The second topic is systematic diagram of bootstrap air refrigeration system with evaporative cooling and its TS chart and cycle process. This is the our first topic is diagram of refrigeration cycle without evaporative cooling. This cycle is without evaporative cooling. The process is we have to discuss in our past video simple air refrigeration system. Here is a bootstrap air refrigeration system. Both cycles are different. In a air refrigeration system, only one compressor are used. For a bootstrap air refrigeration, there is a two compressor in use. You have to remember that in a air refrigeration system, only one main compressor used. In a bootstrap air refrigeration, there is a two compressor used. First is a main compressor and second is a auxiliary or small compressor. First, the process is start from the atmospheric air. This portion are aircraft propeller. This portion are aircraft cabin. These two are a heat exchanger. This is a secondary compressor and this is a turbine for a working process. That part is a diffuser. Here is a atmospheric air. We have to start for understanding of bootstrap air refrigeration system without evaporative cooling. The process starting from the aircraft are running at a higher latitude, which is the air is a lower dense and lower pressurized compared to ground level air. This air pressure we have to say is a ambient pressure. The atmospheric condition is a ambient pressure. Here is the we have to mention in the chart the point 1 is a ambient pressure. This portion is a 0.1 atmospheric air or ambient pressure. This ambient air pass through the diffuser part of the main propeller, and then after this air convert as a kinetic energy to potential energy, means there is a higher air velocity which is converted into the ram pressure. This is a ram air. They are converted into the pressure energy. This called as a ram air. You have to note it in the point 2 actual ram pressure. Then after this air pass through main compressor C1. Most of the 90% of the air pass through the main compressor and another remaining air are passed through the cooling of heat exchanger. After the compression process, the pressure and temperature are increase of the air. We have to mention in this diagram the ram pressure is completed at the point 2. After the air pass to the main compressor, this process are 0.2 to 0.3. You have to So that this is the dotted line is a actual line, and this line is a idle line. Then after that, this heated air are passed through the first heat exchanger. The heated air are passed through the first heat exchanger. There is a heat exchange of compressed air to the atmospheric air. Here is a heat exchanger, air to air cooling type heat exchanger, but there is a not mixing inside the heat exchanger. Both air are separated. Then after the heat removed to the atmospheric condition, in the diagram, the process point 3 to process point 4. The heat are removed from the compressed air and it's cooled by the RAM air. The process are mentioned in the TS diagram is process point 3 to process point 4. Then after this cool down air are passed through secondary compressor where we have to compress the air in second times, where we have to compress the air in second time. In the diagram you have to mention point 4 to point 5 process secondary compressor. We have to compress. At this time the temperature and pressure also increase of the atmospheric air. Then after this compressed air pass through next heat exchanger. Then after this compressed air pass through the next heat exchanger or secondary heat exchanger. So we have to denote the heat exchanger 1, heat exchanger 2, primary heat exchanger or secondary heat exchanger. In the diagram we have to show that the 0.5 process to 0.6 process, there is a secondary heat exchanger in TS diagram. Then after this air are passed through cooling turbine or any expansion device where we have to expand the volume of air. As the standard rule, PV is equal to nRT. If you have to put nR constant, then also we have to write as a PV is equal to T. But volume are constant, we have to sudden pressure drop, it's also give a sudden temperature drop. There is a one type of the throttling process. For any liquid, any gases, we have to sudden expand of the volume, there is a given pressure drop. The pressure drop is directly proportional to temperature. That may be temperature also a drop in the expander at the process step 7. The process 6 to process point 7 are the expander process inside the bootstrap refrigeration system. Then after this air pass through the cooling space, where we have to require a cooled space or unclosed space or produce a refrigeration effect inside the room or cabin. This process we have to denote in the TS diagram, process point 7 to process point 8. We have to shown in this table. The process 1 to 2 is a RAM compression, where the atmospheric air has a kinetic energy and converted into the pressure energy. Then after the process 2 to 3 isentropic compressor in a main compressor. Process 3 to 4 heat exchange or heat removed from the compressed air. Process 4 to 5 isentropic compression in secondary compression. We have to compress second times air. The process 5 to 6 cooling in heat exchanger 2, where we have to remove the additional heat from the compressed air. Process 6 to 7 isentropic expansion in turbine. Turbine is to expand the volume and gives the pressure and temperature drop. Then after the process 7 to 8, heating of air to cabin temperature means the absorb the heat from the cabin and the air are heated. Then after the last process of the air, this air we have to reject it to atmosphere. In this diagram, the point 8, we have to not mention any line from this extended because we have to reject all air to the atmosphere. Cooling effect per kg of air is H8 minus H7 means that's called a net refrigeration effect. Enthalpy difference between refrigeration effect means higher enthalpy rate to lower enthalpy rate is equal to Cp process work at a specific heat at constant pressure and temperature difference of the point. This point is T8 minus T7 kilojoule in cabin. This is the diagram. The cycle process, we have to show the all process of the bootstrap air refrigeration without evaporative cooling. The first process is ram compression, process 1 to 2. Ram compression, the surrounding air at pressure P1 and temperature T1 enter the aircraft velocity C1 into the diffuser section. Aircraft where is kinetic energy is ideally converted into the pressure energy, which is in an isentropic process and say as a ram pressure. However, due to the internal reversibility like friction in a diffuser, the actual pressure rise is up to pressure P2 lower than P2 dash. You have to show in a diagram. The actual pressure is 2 and ideal pressure is 2 dash. The efficiency we have to write from this ram compression process. Actual pressure rise means pressure difference, higher pressure minus lower pressure, P2 minus P1, and ideal pressure rise is pressure difference between P2 dash minus P1. For an isentropic process, we have to write P2 divided by P1 is equal to T2 divided by T1 raised to gamma divided by gamma minus 1. But we have to use as a lower pressure and actual is P2 dash. For in this equation, P2 dash divided by P1 is equal to T2 divided by T1 raised to gamma upon gamma minus 1 for an ram compression. The next stage is a compression process 2 to 3. Isentropic compression occurs in a main compressor. Thus we have to write the equation for this. Work of compression Ma mass flow rate, Cp specific heat at constant pressure, and temperature difference between inlet to outlet T3 minus T2. Then after the next process is cooling in heat exchanger process 3 to 4, where we have to reject the additional heat which is the produced by main compressor and reject heat to the atmosphere. That means we have to write as a Q is equal to Ma Cp temperature difference T3 minus T4. Then after the next process is compression process in a secondary compressor process 4 to 5. There is also isentropic compressor in a second compressor that we have to write an isentropic efficiency for T5 dash minus T4 and T5 minus T4 actual compression divided by ideal compression. Then after the next process is cooling in secondary heat exchanger in process 5-6 process. Secondary compression process, the heat also we have to rejected which was the generated in the secondary compressor. The heat rejected QC QC means heat and rejected to a heat exchanger to MCP temperature difference T5 minus T6. Next, the process is expansion process in cooling turbine, the process 6 to 7. The air is expanded up to cabin pressure. Cabin pressure is equal to 1 bar pressure for maintaining a atmospheric pressure inside the cabin pressure. Represented as a idle or isentropic process at 6 to 7 dash process represent as a actual process. The isentropic efficiency of cooling turbine, we have to write here isentropic efficiency for cooling turbine is N is equal to actual enthalpy drop divided by idle enthalpy drop. Actual enthalpy drop is enthalpy difference between refrigeration effect 0.6 to 0.7. Higher enthalpy rate minus lower enthalpy rate means NT is equal to H6 minus H7 divided by H6 minus H7 dash. Also, we have to write the relation between temperature and pressure for isentropic expansion process is T6 divided by T7 dash is equal to P4 divided by P2 raised to gamma minus 1 upon gamma. The work done in a turbine on a secondary turbine MACP T6 minus T7. Not is sorry for that, not a secondary turbine. This is only one turbine you to using in a bootstrap. The first turbine, the work done is MCP delta T temperature difference T6 minus T7. Turbine work is used to drive the secondary compressor. Here to produce a turbine work is used to drive a secondary compressor. For another final process of the bootstrap without evaporative cooling is, we have to writing COP, the refrigerating effect RE divided by work done WC. Work done means in a main compressor MCP into delta T, MCP delta T. The MCP delta T temperature difference between refrigeration effect T8 minus T7 and MCP delta T for a temperature difference in a main compressor, that is T3 minus T2. We have to neglecting MA and CP. The final equation is for that T8 minus T7 is the refrigeration effect and T3 minus T2, there is a work done in main compressor. If MA is a kg per minute and Q is the turn of refrigeration, then we have to write equation for mass flow rate is equal to 211 into Q divided by Cp temperature difference on a refrigeration effect T8 minus T7. If we have 2 unit kg per second, then we have to write here 211 replace of 3.5 into Q. The unit is converted into the kilojoule per second is equal to watt. This is a final equation of bootstrap air refrigeration system without evaporative cooling. Bootstrap air refrigeration cycle with evaporative cooling. We have to start topic 2. Bootstrap air refrigeration cycle with evaporative cooling. Here the bootstrap evaporative cooling utilize the same equipment as the bootstrap system. The additional evaporative cooler which is located in a high pressure between the heat exchanger 2 and turbine. You have to only one component add. like as a evaporative cooler between the heat exchanger 2 and turbine. Any suitable evaporator may be used as a heat sink in a evaporative cooler to lower the temperature of air to be supplied in the turbine. For that, the meaning is we have to give additional cooling by the using of evaporator. There is a diagram of bootstrap air refrigeration cycle with evaporative cooling. The all process and cycle are same. We have to using only one component in additional. There is a evaporator between the heat exchanger 2 and turbine. What is the function of evaporator? Evaporator gives the additional cooling of compressed air. In a many more type of the refrigerant we have to use in evaporator. For example, we give the using as a evaporator cooler is H2O. Here is a liquid form and out from as a steam form for an evaporative cooling. The main function part of the evaporative cooling is give additional cooling of the compressed air, and net refrigeration effect produced by the cooling turbine was increasing per net ton of refrigeration effect. In the diagram, we have to show the first diagram without evaporative cooling. We have to diagram as a 6 to direct 7.8 TS chart. But here is a diagram for with evaporative cooling. With evaporative cooling, process point 6 to process point 7. We give the additional cooling via evaporative process. Then after this air are passed from the cooling turbine to cabin, and then after the atmosphere reject, the all process and parameter principle are same. Only one and one we have to give additional evaporator component part between heat exchanger and turbine. In the graph, we have to deviate from process 6 to process 7. The process 1 to 2 isentropic ram compression from pressure P1. There is a ram pressure from process 1 to 2. Then after process 2 to 3 isentropic compression ram air in a main compressor. Main compressor are compress the air as a high pressurized and a high temperature. Then out of the compressed air pass through the first heat exchanger at process 3 to 4, where you have to remove additional heat to the atmospheric condition. Then after the process 4 to 5 isentropic compressor in a secondary compression process, there we have to mention is process 4 to 5 process is a secondary compression process. Then after the view remove heat in a secondary heat exchanger is process point 5 to process point 6, that we have to mention that the secondary heat exchanger. Then after the further cooling of air by evaporation in the evaporator, this process are we have to mention is process point 6 to process point 7. There we have to mention is that there is evaporative cooling in a evaporator. Then after the isentropic expansion in cooling turbine up to cabin pressure, this process are denoted in the TS diagram. Process point 7 to 8 you have to is a cooling turbine. Then after the air heating up to cabin pressure means they absorb the heat from the cabin and rejected to the atmospheric condition. This is the all process of the bootstrap air refrigeration with evaporative cooling. The all process cycle process parameter are same. We have to write the direct net refrigeration effect for bootstrap air refrigeration with evaporative cooling is mass flow rate is equal to 211 Q divided by Cp, temperature difference in refrigeration effect as T9 minus D8 kilojoule per minute, means you mention T9 minus T8 high temperature minus lower temperature. If we have to write replace of 2112 3.5, then the unit become a kilowatt. Thank you.